The ancient Stoics believed that success is never something you can control directly. What you can control is your character, your discipline, your thoughts, and your actions. Marcus Aurelius never woke up trying to impress the world. Seneca didn't build his life around other people's opinions. Epictetus taught that true freedom begins when you stop depending on external outcomes for your happiness. In today's world, everyone wants instant results. Social media makes it seem like success happens overnight. People compare themselves to strangers, chasing validation, money, and attention. Yet the happiest and most successful people often share one thing in common. They became obsessed with improving themselves before expecting the world to reward them. If you learn this Stoic principle and apply it consistently, success will stop being something you chase. Instead, it will become the natural consequence of the person you are becoming. Before we begin, if you enjoy videos about Stoicism, self-improvement, and timeless wisdom that helps you build a stronger mind, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Daily Stoic, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another lesson that can transform your life. Most people believe that success is a destination waiting somewhere in the future. They imagine a day when they will finally feel confident, respected, and fulfilled. They tell themselves that once they earn more money, receive more recognition, or achieve a certain goal, everything will fall into place. But Stoicism challenges this way of thinking. It reminds us that success is never the starting point of confidence. Confidence is the starting point of success. The quality of your life is determined by who you become long before the world notices your achievements. Think about a tree growing in a forest. For years, its roots spread deep underground, where nobody can see them. While other plants seem to grow faster, the tree continues strengthening itself beneath the surface. To an impatient observer, it may appear that nothing is happening. But hidden from view, it is preparing for decades of growth. When storms arrive, the tree remains standing because of the work it did when no one was watching. Human life follows the same pattern. Your unseen efforts always determine your visible results. But Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that every day was another opportunity to strengthen his own character rather than worry about the opinions of others. Imagine carrying that mindset into your daily life. Instead of asking, "Why am I not successful yet?" you begin asking, "Who am I becoming today?" That single question changes everything because it shifts your focus from outcomes to actions. Modern society trains people to seek applause. We post achievements online hoping for validation. We compare our progress with people whose lives we barely understand. Every comparison steals a little bit of our peace. Stoicism teaches that comparison is one of the fastest ways to lose yourself. The only person worth competing with is the person you were yesterday. Every small improvement is a victory. Every disciplined decision is another brick in the foundation of your future. Imagine two men beginning the same journey. One spends every day checking whether others notice his progress. The other quietly studies, works, exercises, and improves without expecting immediate rewards. At first, they appear equal. Months later, the first man becomes frustrated because recognition has not arrived. The second man continues improving because his motivation comes from within. Years later, the difference becomes impossible to ignore. The first man chased success. The second became the kind of person success naturally follows. Seneca once wrote that luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Many people misunderstand this idea. They believe opportunity is rare. In reality, opportunities appear constantly, but only prepared people recognize them. Success often looks like luck to those who never witness the years of silent preparation behind it. This is why focusing on yourself is such a powerful Stoic practice. Every book you read, every skill you develop, every difficult conversation you face with courage, every healthy habit you build is an investment that compounds over time. Unlike money, which can be lost overnight, character stays with you wherever you go. Nobody can steal discipline from you. Nobody can take away wisdom. Nobody can remove the strength you build through hardship. Bendia, one of the greatest mistakes people make is believing that external achievements will solve internal problems. They think success will eliminate insecurity. They believe wealth will erase fear. They assume recognition will create self-worth. Yet history is filled with successful people who remain deeply unhappy because they neglected their inner lives. Stoicism teaches that peace is created from within. When your inner world becomes stable, the outer world loses its power to control you. Imagine waking up every morning with complete confidence, not because your life is perfect, but because you trust yourself to handle whatever happens. That is the confidence Stoicism offers. It does not promise an easy life, it promises a stronger mind. It does not guarantee success tomorrow, it guarantees that every challenge you face today becomes another opportunity to grow. The world rewards people who remain consistent long after everyone else has quit. While others become distracted by shortcuts, the Stoic continues walking forward one disciplined step at a time. Progress may seem slow, but slow progress is infinitely better than standing still. Every day you spend improving yourself is another day you become more valuable to the world. There will be moments when nobody believes in your vision. Friends may question your decisions. Family may not understand your goals. The world may ignore your efforts completely. These moments are not signs that you should quit. They are tests designed to reveal whether your motivation comes from external approval or internal conviction. The Stoics believed that true strength appears when no applause exists. If you can continue moving forward in silence, you are already becoming extraordinary. The greatest transformation in your life will never happen on the day you achieve success. It will happen on the day you stop allowing success to determine your worth. That is the quiet revolution Stoicism invites you to experience. When your identity no longer depends on applause, money, status, or recognition, you become free. Freedom is one of the highest goals in Stoic philosophy. Not freedom from work or responsibility, but freedom from being controlled by things outside your control. Epictetus taught that we suffer not because of events themselves, but because of the judgments we attach to them. Think about how many dreams are abandoned simply because progress feels slower than expected. A person begins exercising for a month and quits because the mirror hasn't changed enough. Someone starts a business and gives up because the profits are small. Another begins learning a new skill but stops because someone else seems more talented. In every case, the problem isn't the effort. The problem is the expectation. The Stoic understands that growth has its own timeline, and patience is part of the process. Imagine a sculptor standing before a massive block of marble. With every strike of the chisel, very little seems to change. To an impatient observer, the work looks repetitive and meaningless. Yet the sculptor knows that every careful strike removes what doesn't belong. Your own life works the same way. Every disciplined choice chips away at fear, laziness, distraction, and doubt until your true character begins to appear. Success is simply the world noticing what you have been quietly carving for years. There will always be people who seem to move ahead faster than you. Some will become wealthy overnight. Others will gain fame with little effort. Social media will constantly tempt you to compare your chapter 2 with someone else's chapter 20. But Stoicism reminds us that comparison is a distraction disguised as motivation. Your race has never been against another person. It has always been against your previous self. Bend. When Marcus Aurelius wrote in his journal, he never asked how he could become more famous than other emperors. Instead, he asked himself whether he had acted with wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control. Those four virtues became his measure of success. Imagine how different your life would feel if you measured each day not by how much attention you received, but by how faithfully you lived according to your values. Another powerful Stoic lesson is learning to embrace discomfort. Modern culture encourages comfort above all else. We seek the easiest path, the quickest reward, and the fastest escape from difficulty. Yet nearly everything valuable in life requires discomfort. Strong bodies are built through physical strain. Wise minds are developed through study and reflection. Great relationships require patience and forgiveness. Meaningful success demands sacrifice long before it delivers rewards. The person who becomes exceptional is rarely the most naturally gifted. More often, it is the one who continues after motivation disappears. Motivation is temporary, discipline is permanent. Feelings change every day, but principles remain. The Stoics understood this deeply. They didn't wait to feel inspired before doing what was necessary. They acted because it was the right thing to do. There will also be seasons when life appears unfair. You may give your best effort and still experience rejection. You may lose opportunities you believed were meant for you. People you trusted may disappoint you. Plans you've carefully built may suddenly fall apart. In those moments, remember that Stoicism never promised a life without hardship. It promised that hardship could become your greatest teacher if you refuse to let it define you. Taken thousand, every obstacle carries within it a hidden opportunity. Failure teaches humility. Loss teaches gratitude. Delay teaches patience. Criticism teaches resilience. Solitude teaches self-reliance. Every painful experience contains a lesson capable of making you stronger, provided you choose to learn instead of complain. One day, people will call you lucky. They will admire your success without understanding the years of silent effort that came before it. They won't see the mornings when you worked while others slept. They won't remember the evenings when you kept learning instead of wasting time. They won't know how many times you failed without giving up, but you will know. And that knowledge will give you a quiet confidence that no external praise can ever replace. True confidence is remarkably calm. It doesn't need to announce itself. It doesn't seek validation in every conversation. It doesn't become threatened by another person's achievements. The strongest people in the room are often the quietest because they no longer need to prove anything. Their focus remains on becoming better, not appearing better. So ask yourself a simple question today. If success took 5 more years to arrive, would you still become the person you're trying to become? If the answer is yes, then you have already understood one of the greatest Stoic lessons ever taught. Because the journey itself has become your reward. Focus on your habits, focus on your discipline, focus on your thoughts, focus on your character. These are the only investments that continue paying dividends for the rest of your life. Money may disappear. Recognition may fade. Circumstances may change overnight. But the person you become can never be taken away from you. Pandya's success has an interesting habit of appearing when it is no longer your obsession. It finds those who have spent years quietly preparing for it. It rewards those who continue improving when nobody is watching. It follows those who master themselves before attempting to master the world. So stop chasing every opportunity that promises quick rewards. Stop measuring your value by the speed of your progress. Stop allowing other people's timelines to determine your peace of mind. Instead, wake up each morning with one mission: to become slightly wiser, slightly stronger, and slightly more disciplined than you were yesterday. That is the Stoic path. It is not glamorous, it is not easy, but it is lasting. Every day you choose growth over distraction, discipline over excuses, and purpose over comfort. You are building a life that success cannot ignore. Dem Jean. Remember this: whenever doubt appears, focus on yourself until success has no choice but to find you. When you become the kind of person who creates value, solves problems, remains calm under pressure, and lives with integrity, success stops being something you chase, becomes something you naturally attract. If this message inspired you, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Daily Stoic Dose, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another lesson on Stoicism, self-mastery, and timeless wisdom. Share this video with someone who needs a reminder to stop chasing approval and start building themselves. Your future is created by what you do today, not by what you hope tomorrow will bring.